Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So what I have for you guys today is from NewsNation, Muslim Brotherhood 100-year plan to undermine the U.S. democracy report by Cuomo. So let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Islamists are trying to destroy America. Today, a 200-page year-long report by the Institute for the Study of Global Anti-Semitism and Policy says there's a 100-year plan by a militant Islamist organization with groups in more than 70 countries known as the Muslim Brotherhood, which oddly America does not see as a terror organization. And their plan is to transform Western society from within and destroy our democracy. And they're about halfway there. How? Infiltrating college campuses. Lots of bot accounts and troll accounts that make us hate each other, and destroying our institutions. Earlier this week, Texas Governor Greg Abbott declared the Muslim Brotherhood and the Council on American Islamic Relations, known as CARE, as both terror organizations. Now, they're suing Abbott, and that's not really his purview, but of course, it's just politics of provocation, right? Is it justified? I have a co-author of the report, Dalia Ziada, and former FBI and CIA counterterrorism official, Mr. Phil Mudd. Good to have you both. Dalia, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Chris. So happy to be with you.
So you have to, let's begin at the beginning. People always hear Islamists and think Muslims. So what do you want people to understand about where the threat is and how real it is?
Over the past 2 decades, at least, if not 3 decades since 9/11 or more, the Muslim Brotherhood, and they have actually said this, put this in their documents, their strategies, they hijacked the identity of mainstream Muslims and represented themselves as a speaker in the name of Muslims. But what most people don't know is that there are so many shades of Muslims, ranging from reformists up to extremists. However, unfortunately, those who are speaking in the names of Muslims, especially in the West today, are radical groups like the Muslim Brotherhood, and they are doing this as part of...
Then you have what was going on in New York, where you had Mandani who won, and you had all these people come out, and you had these people going on loudspeakers saying like that they're here, that New York is now Muslim and they're gonna take over. You had them doing like stopping traffic, doing prayers. You saw that video where they were doing that in Paris, where people were trying to just shop and these people were just there doing their thing. So yeah, it's a grand takeover that they're trying to do. And here in America, what we need to do is push back against this. This is why you had the incident in Dearborn, Michigan, which was the video I did yesterday. I uploaded it today. I was having internet issues, but I had uploaded earlier today in regards to the protest where you had the American Christians protesting against the Muslims in Dearborn, Michigan, and it was so much shenanigans there. There was fights, breaking out because of what they were trying to do, which was one of the main person, I think his name is Jake. He had his own Quran that he bought, I guess, and he was smacking it with like bacon, and then he was gonna try and light the Quran on fire, and these people were not having any of it. Again, people have their own opinion of that. Some people would think, oh, that's wrong, because, that's someone's religion or Bible. But then again, he does live in America. He has the right to freedom of speech, his freedom to protest, whether these people like it or not, he can do that. As long as he's not grabbing their stuff and burning it, he can do that if he purchased it himself. These other people should not have tried to take his stuff. But that's neither here nor there. So you do have this grand takeover that, I've been showing you guys how it's starting to escalate more and more. These people are feeling way more emboldened. They're stopping people in the streets. There was a video that was going around on social media of a girl that was just walking her dog, and one of these Muslims came up to her telling her to leave, that her dog was disgusting and that he would murk it. So you have all these craziness that's going on. You had a person complaining about Christmas. You had these Muslims go and interfere with people enjoying just a Christmas, tree lighting ceremony. You had ones that were at a Christmas festival that these people went and kind of overtook because they don't like Christmas or Jesus. So they don't respect other religions or ideology because that's how these people are. But let's go ahead and finish the video.
Their identity politics game that gives them legitimacy and allow them also to weaponize the voices of Muslims to destroy America's democracy and freedom.
Let me ask you one more question, then we'll bring in Phil. CARE is a well-known in media circles advocacy group for Muslims. When there's a terror attack that involves an extreme Islamist or a jihadi, they have a tendency to come out and say, don't judge us all by these people, we condemn them, and use all the ordinary language. Why do you include them as an extension of a terror organization?
First, I would love to applaud the decision made by Texas governor recently of designating both CARE and the Muslim Brotherhood. And by the way, this is the first action on that level to mention the Muslim Brotherhood and CARE by name, which in my opinion is so brave, because for so long, CARE has been camouflaging the audience into believing that they are really representing Muslims, but in reality, as our research show, and it's a long research, actually you spend an entire year collecting this information, we found that thanks to organizations led by CARE and its friends or sisters, the Muslim Brotherhood were able to create an empire on their own, a network on their own that infiltrated into educational systems, created parallel institutions for Muslim communities that isolated them from their American society and American interests, made America comes next for them, and most importantly, they have also infiltrated the political system.
All right. So, Mr. Mudd, you've heard this. Putting aside the deep...
Which is something that the Brotherhood did say that they were going to do, that before it was bullets or ballot, and now it's about ballots. So they were saying the more that we can get our people in there, the more we can start changing laws and pushing for Sharia law. They were saying that they're hoping to have, like within the next 3 to 5 years, hoping to have 60 Muslims, Islamics in Congress so that they could start pushing these agendas. They were saying to take over every level of government, from your local elections, like let's say your local town's mayors, your local police chief, your local school board, stuff like that, and this way they could start pushing these agenda.
Weeds of how American law is a little squishy when it comes to domestic terror organizations, mostly because both the right and left thought it would be used against them. Let's be honest, they weren't thinking about protecting the country. Where is your sensitivity to what we should be concerned about in terms of Islamism destroying us?
Low. And I would go to extremely low. I mean, I spent 25 years dealing with this, including 5 at the FBI after 9/11. If you think we didn't think about the Muslim Brotherhood and CARE, Chris, America has forgotten what it was like 20 years ago. Every day we went into twice-a-day threat briefings talking about who was a threat to America. CARE was a problem. We can talk about that. They're a problem because they told Muslim Americans not to talk to the FBI. That's irritating. That's not illegal. Let me cut to the bottom line. If you break a local, state, or federal statute, you should be charged and thrown in jail. If you choose to practice an aggressive form of religion and say that you don't like Israel or you want Islamic values represented in America, like it or not, that's accepted in America.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and down.
So, okay, so we have this video, and so let me go ahead and show you the video that I was talking about. This is from Nick Shirley, and this was from Dearborn, Michigan, what was going on there. He's over here saying Muslim man jumps out of car to try and kill Christian protesters. People are out here just driving around. So let's go ahead and play this video.
People out here are just driving around and they're hearing what's happening as they attempted to burn the Quran, and people are freaking out. People are just pulling over.
Come on, all of you.
Why would I get hit? Why? I haven't done anything. They got word out that they tried to burn the Quran. And you're getting heated. You're just pulling over. You're hopping out of the car. You're ready to brawl with anybody.
I had my gun. I was gonna blast if I didn't see the cops. I swear to God. That's it. Hey, I don't care. To me, I don't care in my life. I don't give a f. Let somebody blast me. I don't give a f.
Just because of the burning of the Quran, the attempted burning.
I'll f that motherfucker's life up and his family. That's it. It's on camera. I will f that motherfucker's life up. Let him come to me face on face. Face to face, I'll kill him. I'm my mother's soul. So that's it.
You're killing him.
I'll kill him. Murder.
Arrest him. Do your job.
People got here.
So yeah, and I don't think that guy was arrested. He should have been, because he actually made an actual threat to the protesters. So he should have at least been detained. But of course, you know, they didn't do that there. What did they do? They arrested a Christian protester, because the cops over there are a bunch of soft pussies. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is what's going on. Again, I'm not trying to fearmonger. I know there's probably good, you know, Islamic people out there, good Muslims. Just like, you know, on both sides of the coin, you have good and bad people in different religions. So I'm not going to knock the religion or even the people. But the ones that are pushing this ideology, like you saw that guy, he took it way too personal, and he's living in America. He should know the laws and know that that's not something you do. It doesn't matter. And what's also interesting, so y'all should go to Nick Shirley's video or to Cam Higby's video or News to Share. But you had these people literally saying, when they were asking them the question, if, you know, Iraq or Iran came here and was going to war with America, which side of the coin would you, like, whose team would you be on? And all these Muslims were saying that they would be against America, that they would be willing to kill Americans and side with the Muslims from those countries, or the Islamics. So that should tell you a lot when what happens when you deport all these people who don't assimilate, who don't have our values. They don't care what happens to our country, and they're literally trying to overtake our country. That in itself proves that. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment below. What do you think is going on? Do you think that they're really going to try and overtake our country? Do you think our country even has a chance to fight back? And do you think we can actually win this battle? Especially because they have us doing incel fighting between ourselves. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Till next time, guys.